Hello, and thank you for joining me in the VIP Protocol series on great virtual etiquette. Today we will be talking about staging your background for your virtual meetings. Let's talk about your professional background. Which professional background is that? The one behind you when you're on a webinar or in a virtual meeting. What's going on back there can determine whether your listener and viewer are going to stay attentive and interested in what you're saying. If it's cluttered or distracting or more interesting than what you're talking about, you're going to lose them. We've all seen the speaker perhaps on the web or on the television, and they're an expert in what they are doing and very interesting and very knowledgeable. But as we're listening to them, we find that our attention is drifting behind them, and we may be asking ourselves questions like, is that a wood-burning fireplace? Do they collect all that art? Do they read all those books? At that point, you've lost interest. So we're going to talk about creating a great background for your meetings, a professional one that is not distracting. Many of the meeting platforms these days have got great virtual backgrounds. The only tip I'd like to give to you is be sure the background reflects the topic that you're speaking about. Serious is serious and humorous is humorous. For those that are working out of a private study and you have a bookshelf behind you, remove some of your books. It looks less cluttered and space is always good. You might want to put just a couple of items on there instead of all the books. We don't want them reading those titles while you're talking. Add a little color to your background as well. Be careful of having too many portraits of pets and children. This is not a family show. Keep it to a minimum or none at all. If you have a dark wall behind you, just know that that can create some shadows. Put a light in front of you so that they can see your eyes very well and that your face lights up. For those that have a white wall, it can sometimes look like you're working in a storage closet or in a hallway. You might want to add something there to the background just to create a little interest. If you're working out of a kitchen, know what's in the shot. If the back of you is your windows where you can see your backyard, know that that's exactly what the viewer is seeing. And if your children are playing back there, it's going to be distracting. If the other part of your kitchen is showing with all the cabinets and cupboards, clear everything off. Remove your canisters, your cookie jar, your toaster, your tea kettle. Clean so it might look like an office lunchroom. Be careful that there isn't a half glass of water sitting there or an empty water bottle. That's exactly where the viewer's eyes will go. Working from your bedroom creates a few other problems. This is when books come in very handy. Stack some books on your bed and place the camera so that that's what's in the shot. The viewer does not see the bed, and the bedposts or whatever's behind there is not very obvious. That way, they think you're working out of an office and you look very professional. I hope you enjoyed these tips on staging your background for your virtual meetings. And remember, smile, you're on camera.